What began as an initiative to develop affordable sanitary towels for learners who miss school during menstrual cycle has led to an alarming discovery. The study, which took over 3 years, uncovered the presence of hormone-disrupting chemicals in sanitary pads and pantyliners tested. These menstrual products are widely used by women and girls across South Africa. The findings revealed widespread contamination across all products tested, with every single pad and pantyliner containing at least 2 of the target chemicals. Although the chemicals were detected in low concentrations, researchers warn that long-term exposure raises serious health concerns and warrants urgent attention.
The problem is many of them look similar to hormones. That means when they are getting inside your body, your body starts to get confused. It blocks the normal hormones, and it might lead to several different disorders, including things like infertility, endometriosis. That's what studies have found, even cancer in some cases. So we looked for those chemicals across a range of disposable pads.
The study focused only on the section of the pads and pantyliners that come into direct contact with the skin, prompting calls for broader testing. Researchers warn that further studies are needed to determine the extent of exposure and potential health risks. The study also highlights that the hormone-disrupting chemicals are not limited to sanitary towels.
Because you're not just talking sanitary pads, you're talking baby nappies as well.
Yeah.
And that's even more, because a baby uses a nappy every day. For at least how long? 2 years?
Tampons, because you mentioned only pads and...
That's a good question.
And pantyliners, but there are also tampons as well.
Yes. If I go with what international studies have shown, I haven't got good news. International studies show that some of them even contain heavy metals on top of everything else. Now that's not, again, I don't want to make people run away. And I don't want to start another thing, but we will test them.
The researchers say alternatives are necessary to give women options. They say reusable sanitary towels are a better option at this stage, but many current options are not viable.
For example, the menstrual cup, some people love them, from what we found, but there are a lot of people that don't like them. And then the challenge is, again, the poorer communities. Somebody living in an area where there's no water or electricity can't use that cup because you need to clean it in a microwave oven with water. So if you don't do that, you can run into serious trouble. As a New York case study has shown, that a young student didn't clean it perfectly, used hot water and thought that is okay, and it wasn't. She died.
The research has sparked a debate, and the university says it's also looking into developing safe sanitary towels.
While I don't like the wahoo that's going on around all of what we've done, we've already been engaged by several players in the market that wants to help transform the testing, speak to government, and get the regulatory bodies to start and take notice. And that was the aim. We needed to open the conversation, and that conversation is already starting to happen at a high level.
And besides the possible damage that disposable towels can do to human bodies, the damage to the environment is also a concern. According to the researchers, they take between 500 to 800 years to decompose in the soil. The UFS team has called for more studies to be done to determine the direct link between long exposure to the chemicals it discovered and many of the women's reproductive disorders. Makhala Masting, SABC News, Bloemfontein.